Hi, my name is Sheel Tyle을. I'm the founder and co-CEO of a venture capital firm called Collective Global.
Has there been a macro topic that really caught your attention?
I'd say the one thing that I'm spending a lot of my time on right now is actually financial services, and specifically the movement of money and allowing folks to access products that they may not have previously had access to before. And I'll use an example with actually an investment that we had made previously in a company called Robinhood, which many people in the US now know as a company that was trying to democratize access to financial services. One thing they announced recently at a crypto event in Europe is that anybody can now purchase shares, tokenized securities of private companies, which means not just a few people will have access to businesses like SpaceX or OpenAI, but imagine if everybody could have access to some of the most interesting innovation. That's how people will ultimately create wealth for themselves and for their families and be a part of where the world is going.
What does being wealthy mean to you?
There are lots of different types of wealth, not just financial wealth. Arguably, one of the most important and underrated sources of wealth, so to speak, is time wealth. And if you're young, then you have a lot of time left, which an 80 or 90-year-old billionaire may not. I actually think if somebody has a wonderful family life or kids that they love, a partner that they care about, parents still living maybe, lots of time left on this planet if they're young, if they have good health, if they have good mental acuity, if they have good fitness. All of that is sources of wealth too.
Is there anything you want to say to young Koreans who dream of working in finance on a global scale?
The first is the best time to dream is when you're young, but that's also the best time to execute. So don't just dream, execute. And the reason for that is the cost of failure as a young person is very low. The fact that you are young and maybe don't have very much is your biggest advantage because it means you can take lots of risk. The second thing I would say is the world is global now, and you can build a very large business in Korea. To build products that the world wants, you have to also travel outside of Korea, right? Get to know people all over, get to know people everywhere. Great innovation comes from everywhere, and some of the best companies or projects are actually diverse teams where many languages are spoken, many religions are practiced, and so on. So I would just say get out and get out as much as you can.
One piece of investing advice you would share with someone who doesn't know about finance?
I've actually learned it's not about that at all. What finance is about value. It's about giving people something that they need or want. Finance is just a tool to make the world a better place or make things that people actually want to use in their everyday lives. But another way to do it is just to build something that people actually want. And then what you'll find is that ultimately lots of people, including from the finance world, will want to be partners with you. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.